Hey guys, welcome back to the conversation of our generation. My name's Nick Jamel, and I'm just here trying to get the dialogue going. So I know I've been gone a while, so I'd like to just kind of catch people up to let you know what I've been working on. I got my blog going, Conversation of Our Generation. I got a Facebook account, a page set up, so like that, get involved there. It's easy, really. I put quotes up, and all sorts of different stuff to just keep dialogue going on different things, anything really. I just want to get just a step or two deeper than that base level of how's your day going, how's the weather, like talk about some things that kind of matter, in life, and find some new solutions, make some new allies, and find common ground where you disagree, and maybe you learn how to argue your point better, whatever. And I also have my Twitter account going, at Con of Argin. If you search Conversation of Our Generation, I should pop up already though as well, but at Con of Argin. So that's what I've been doing. I've been really trying to drive traffic and engagement there and get people discussing so that I can get really involved in a dialogue, because I'm tired of sitting here talking to the camera and saying the same thing and not really getting to the exchange. So I tried to get out there where I can get the exchange going. So now I'm back at this a little bit more. I'm going to try to do a few videos. I'll probably be wearing the same shirt because I'm going to do about 5 in a row right now probably. So don't judge me. I don't just wear this shirt all the time. But I just need to knock some of this out so I have content to put out and get to you guys via video on YouTube. And I'm going to split this off into audio, put it on my blog there as well. So yeah, this week I'm going to be talking, or this episode, I guess I should say, I'm talking about the Meaning of Conservatism, by Roger Scruton. It's a good book that describes the conservative philosophy and what it really means, because we think of conservatism here as being a Republican, but that's not really what it is, because, well, it's about being conservative in the way you approach problems and the way you approach anything. It's about wanting to preserve institutions and foundations of, your society. And, Roger Scruton talks about it as, conservatives see the preservation of society as an ends in and of itself, not as a means to something else. So it's the acknowledgement of, we're never going to have a utopia. We need to preserve what we got, and we can make it better, but you can't lose the good in going for great, because half the time when you do lose the good, well, you don't get great. You just get bad. You get Venezuela, which is probably not funny. I probably shouldn't laugh, but that's what you get out of it. So that's kind of what he talks about. And I'm bringing this back because there's two things that I've really hit on. I put the video up on Facebook of the power, authority, and force, and kind of how they work. And I'm going to write an article about that as well to kind of really cement the points. But this book, if you want a long read on conservatism, and there's a good solid amount where he talks about how power and authority and force work together. But it's really interesting, and I'm going to be putting that out there, so I wanted to tell you about that. But the real reason I really want to talk about it is because I wrote my article about conservative libertarianism, and this is where it really hits home, is where when you're reading his book, he's British, so his idea of what it means to be conservative, he's conserving a different constitution, different institutions that they have in Britain that we don't have here in America. And so what they're conserving there is different. So my thought is, what is a conservative stance for if you're trying to conserve American institutions, and and what are those? Identifying those, and I'm going to try to expand upon that article, and I'm going to use kind of his idea and his philosophy of what conservatism is to do that. And so that's why I want to introduce you guys to this book. I recommend that you read it, whether you're left, right, conservative, liberal, because it gives you a good perspective of both sides and makes you understand, if you're conservative, what it really means to be a conservative, and what it means to be a conservative in your context, in whichever country, this on the internet. So you might be in Italy or Singapore or wherever seeing this, so what does it mean to be a conservative where you are? And more importantly, it gives you sympathy for what it means to be the opposite as well, what it means to be liberal, because he talks about that. He kind of critiques their ideas, but it lets you get where they're coming from, because you understand more readily where you are. You're more comfortable in your position, so you can explore what that means on the other side better. And so that's kind of what I hope you get out of it. And I hope you can really understand my idea of conservative libertarianism better. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more here. So If you want to read my article, go for it. I'm going to be writing more on that. But the idea basically is our Constitution and everything that America has is very libertarian. It's about getting government out of things, about the fact that the government should be at most like what's the word? An adjudicator. They should be sitting there and judging problems. It's a neutral party that you can go to solve disputes. And that's pretty much all America's government should be based on the Constitution. Like even the federal government's power between the states is basically to like say, hey, this waterway is your border. You need to share it. All right, now quit fighting. It's not about like trumping, the power of the states or getting into the individual's life. That's not what it's about. So that's why I'm trying to pull back. So it's about conservative libertarianism. To me, is about peeling back the power of government while still preserving the purpose of the institution. So I kind of say like, I don't want, mercury dumped in my river, but I don't want the EPA doing it because that's not their job. It's our job to, have standards and have, I don't want, doctors willy-nilly being, not knowing how to do whatever they want to, whatever they need to do. But I don't need the government. We don't need the government to create the, 12 years of school that you need after, 4 years of college, 4 years of med school, and then 4 more years of residency. And if you want to operate on this part of the body, you need another 2 years of specialization. And like, you don't need that. You need the doctors to get together who know what they're doing and say, hey, I don't want to be sued, so we're going to create a set of rules, and we're going to do this, and we're going to preserve the standards that we have, but we're going to do it, and we're going to regulate ourselves. And if something goes wrong, this guy gets hurt, or we miss this person who wasn't properly certified, then you can sue us. Like that's how it should be. It shouldn't be the government setting and making rules. It should be, we have private, free market solutions for problems. And that's what that's where I want to get back is that's what you need to conserve and preserve are the institutions that found that. The family, getting back to what does it mean to be a family in the 21st century? What is, what are all these institutions that you have, large and small, from, monetary systems, from, fiat dollars to now cryptocurrency, and what does that mean? How do we approach these things as in a conservative philosophy of saying it's easier to tear down than it is to build, so I'm going to preserve, this building, I'm going to preserve my house, but I'm going to revamp my bathroom. I'm not going to tear down my house to, to remodel the bathroom. No, I'm going to, my bedroom's going to stay the same. Everything else is going to stay the same. I'm just going to remodel the bathroom. That's kind of the conservative philosophy is, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So that's what I want to really get at. And you're going to need two parts. So for me, I'm the guy who's going to say, that's just how I am. I'm a conservative. But you need some people who are more liberal, say, out there just creating solutions and saying, screw it, I want to try something. And then if it doesn't work, then that's fine. You need those people out there trying to create the solution in the open. And that's kind of the liberal. The conservative is saying, all right, you go try stuff, and I'll sit back, kind of see what works, and and we'll move forward with what works. And that you need both sides, you do. But the Meaning of Conservatism is great because he really gives a good argument, and it really makes you understand the philosophy better. So I definitely recommend checking it out. The Meaning of Conservatism, Roger Scruton. Even if you don't read this book, check out his quotes, check out what he says. Listen to videos of him. He's really interesting to listen to, and he's great. He's really smart, really wise, very great philosopher, good thinker. So check him out. And while you're at it, while you're surfing the internet, checking out videos for him or buying his book on Amazon, go over to the conversationofourgeneration.com. Check out the blogs there, share them, put them on Facebook. Even if you're saying, hey, this guy's an idiot, look at this idiot, and put it out there. Go to my Twitter, follow me there at @ConOfOurGen, and let's get talking. I want to dialogue with people and have some fun with it. So check us out, Facebook, Twitter. Here, obviously, you're seeing me on YouTube. And also I have a Steemit profile at Jamel. Check me out there as well. I post a lot of stuff there. It's pretty much repeat, but it's a good way to go. You can upvote the post if you like it. It ends up paying me in the long run, and not much, but enough to say here on the video while I'm mentioning stuff. And yeah, So definitely check out the book. Definitely get involved in the conversation of our generation, and let's get the dialogue going. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Stop.